All right. Welcome to the Mike and You podcast. This is your boy, Big Richie. You caught me off guard. AKA,
I didn't. You told me you were ready.
AKA,
you told me you were ready, and you proceed to clear your throat when you really weren't ready. That's
ready.
That's on you.
AKA the Mike
That's
816 on Twitter, the Mike 816 on Facebook,
Twitter.
the Mike 816 on Snapchat, the Mike 816 on Instagram, the Mike 816 on Facebook, the Mike 816 on Spill. Shout out to the aura. And more importantly, well, it used to be importantly, till they let you hoodlums in the Mike 816 on Blue Sky, baby. I'm with my main man.
That is IMUIN KC on most apps. We gonna leave it at that. What it do?
But that's on you. You usually do the remix before you start live.
No, it's not. You told me you were ready, so I hit the button. Period. And then you wasn't ready.
I'm still not ready.
But what am I supposed to do with that? What am I supposed to do with that?
We have a great show today.
That's why the intern. You ran the intern off, and then because you used the fund, you used the Hooters money on Hooters without us, and now he gone. Now she, them, they, it is gone, and now I'm the one got to run it. And then you like, oh, I wasn't ready when you really told me you was ready. What's up with that?
Do you have proof that I said I was ready?
Oh, come on.
We have a great show for you guys today. The number,
the Lord knows.
Voicemail is 816-654-6883.
Oh, we got a lot of those today.
I'm going to ask you about some teams disappointed so far. They've been disappointed. Disappointing. I'm going to ask you about some teams that's winning. Which one surprised you? I'm going to ask you about some teams with double-digit wins in the win column, and who's the weakest link of them.
Weakest link?
The Chiefs and other teams starting their little 3 games in 11 days.
At least it's more than one team now. At least it's more than one team.
And we're going to talk about a coach, and we're going to talk about a quitter.
Don't we got...
And that's besides the intern.
No, you fired the intern multiple times. He just finally decided to accept the pink slips.
But
he just finally decided to take the pink slips and move to Fiji with the fund.
It's a new month.
Time for the monthly awareness segment. Make yourself aware.
I missed the old lady.
Well, then get the intern back. Took the old lady with him too.
Operational Santa Paws.
Oh, God.
International Sharps Injury Prevention Awareness Month. Make sure you're not getting cut by any sharp objects. Learn a foreign language month, which you never do. World Twin to Twin Transfusion Syndrome Awareness. National Car Donation Month. If anybody want to donate an Escalade or a Volkswagen Atlas to Big Frenchie.
Look, them Atlases, super nice. Super nice. I need a new car too.
And
I want an Atlas too.
You just got a $100,000 van out there.
That's not true.
Tinted windows.
Why would
a bed in it?
Why would
anybody
buy $100,000 van? Well, there's reasons, but that's neither here nor there.
One of the Mike's favorite fruit, National Pear Month. Go ahead and say you shocked that I like pears.
What? I'm not shocked. You say this every year now.
Universal Human Rights Month. Everybody should have. Spiritual Literacy, Safe Toys and Gifts Month, Root Vegetables and Exotic Fruit Month. The only exotic fruit I like is that shaded lady, baby. National Thai Month.
You're not a dev. You definitely not a root vegetable type of guy.
National
jicama. Only root vegetable I could see you eating is potatoes, especially sweet potatoes with the nasty yams and stuff. Nasty.
You weird, bro.
You disgusting, bro.
National Drunk and Drug Driving Prevention Month.
Don't drink and drive,
or be drugged up and drive. And last one, Bingo's birthday month. The game, not the dog. Give me a swoosh.
Who's the game? Who's the dog?
B-I-N-G-O. 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 Bingo was his name.
The only dog we recognize here is Bluey.
Who?
Okay. Your daughter is not too old for Bluey. Oh, she might be. Hold on. I'm
My
sorry.
youngest is 14,
Yeah,
bro.
dog, don't even. Oh, don't even. She still might watch Bluey.
No.
She might.
Big City Greens.
I can't get into that show.
Did I say the name right?
Yeah, you did. I can't get into that show. It's a weird looking thing. But anyway, we keep it moving.
Before we get to what I said, Bill Belichick went to North Kakalaki, baby, to become their next head coach.
I would play the song North Carolina, but they don't want us.
Okay, you can't raise your shirt up.
It's not even so much that. It is so much that this place won't play our thing on YouTube if we play it.
I miss the old days.
Of what?
When we recorded and we didn't have no restrictions.
Yeah.
And we was on all the platforms.
Yeah.
I heard we not on Apple no more since Spotify bought the other company.
Spotify, I messed everything up. It was nice before they showed up.
I'm gonna sue them since I'm a Canadian like Drake.
Yeah, and he sued everybody because he sucks. But
so North Carolina replaced the 72-year-old coach Mac Brown with a 72-year-old Bill Belichick. Your thoughts?
This is weird, but
I don't know if it was a satire that said Archie Manning is going to transfer to North Carolina to play under Bill Belichick. I don't know if it's true or not.
I think that's satire.
Okay.
But I'm not sure. But I think that's satire.
And he's going to make, I think, $10 million a year for 5 years.
Oh, my God.
Then he has $100,000, like, expense that he can use. Then he got up to, like, $10 million for assistant coaches.
I'm leaving, too.
Or assistant coaches.
Is this okay? I never thought I'd live to see Bill Belichick in the NCAA. That's number one. Number two, the NCAA is quickly becoming the NFL,
especially with the NIL deals.
That's it. Specifically with the NIL deals. Question: is this a means to an end, or is this like the end?
For Bill Belichick?
Yes.
This is his last go around as a coach.
You don't think he's going to ever be in the NFL?
He's 72, man. 5-year deal. Put him at 79.
But he can leave essentially whenever he wants.
Yeah, that's true. But I just think.
And so let's say.
And the way.
Well, he's going to be there for a year. So I do not think he's going to take the Cowboys job.
Listen.
But let's say something opens up in the future.
Listen, here's the deal.
And the Jaguars, that's got to open up soon, bro.
When I ask you this, right now in North Carolina, who's Bill's boss?
The AD. But I mean,
not really, nobody.
No, it's athletic director. The athletic director outranks Bill Belichick on all fronts.
But do you
he will be the one he or she will be the one that fires him and hires him. This is not a. It's not going to be.
I'm going to tell you this.
It's not going to be a Robert Kraft situation.
I'm going to tell you this. You just said it's not going to be a Robert Kraft situation.
Okay. That's all I want to make sure we understand.
And who's going to bring, let's be honest, who's going to bring more people in the stadium? The AD or Bill Belichick?
It doesn't matter who brings more people into it. What I'm saying is
how you say that
the AD can fire him is what I'm saying.
Yeah, then the AD would be fired themselves. And what's
that doesn't happen. This is not. No, that doesn't happen.
It's a business now, bro.
It is a business. But
so how you say it? The curators.
This fool ain't won. North Carolina ain't won crap forever. So, especially back when your boy was there. So if if they could survive those years,
my boy was the GOAT, baby.
Then they will survive any year.
That was the highest grossing any North Carolina football team ever did when my boy, the fourth GOAT, Mitchell Trubisky, was there.
In opposite world.
Don't do that.
If they could survive those days, and
now,
because here's what's happening.
They saw what happened.
They saw what happened with Colorado with Deion. it worked out for Dion and them. Like it took 2 years for the program to really cement itself. I don't even know if it's technically cemented
But all you
itself,
got to try to do,
but they want to hit a bowl game
I
this
think
year.
all they got
They
to do
only
is try to
won.
beat Miami and
They only won 4 games last year,
Clemson.
right?
Who?
Colorado.
Yeah, they only won 4 last year.
And now they in a bowl game. So you see progress, but
Is Dion gonna stay?
why not? His whole goal in life is to to mold boys into men. So
Yeah,
I
his
think
2
that's
boys
what
is gone.
they're men now. So he's done his job. Now what you do? You figure out now
Dude,
that your kids are older, you figure out what your life's gonna be.
all I'm saying is
He's not gonna follow them. Like
uh-huh.
that's his whole it's for me. That's what I see. That's
I'm
his
just
whole
saying.
thing was that he wanted to make sure his boys turn into men. And he essentially adopted Travis Hunter. And now that they're in the NFL, he's not gonna follow him to the NFL.
I'm not saying he's gonna get a job in the NFL. I'm just
He
saying
could if he wanted to, but he's not. He's
I
not gonna
wouldn't want
follow
him.
him
I
there.
wouldn't want him.
This way, he and the New England Patriots should want him. I'm just saying.
No,
Yes.
no.
Yes.
I'd rather have your boy
I ain't got a boy.
Matthew Nagy up there.
That's not a bad hire. That's not a bad hire because your boy now sucks.
Like you can't put no defensive coach with a rookie quarterback.
And here's my thing. It's just the read tree. If they bring Matt Nagy up there, it's the same thing that they did with Mitchell Trubisky and the Chicago Bears. And that's wrong. Why don't you just, again, you've heard me say it before, tie the quarterback to the head coach. Work this experiment for 4 years, unless
you should have got
it
an
is
offensive minded head coach.
unless it's a disaster. Work the experiment for 4 years. Let it play itself out.
All right, let's go.
You know what I mean?
Let's move forward because we got a lot of show.
We do.
Devondre Campbell is a quitter. Is he a quitter?
I mean, he did quit. I mean, if we gonna be fair about the situation.
Devondre, like, what kind of name is that? Devondre.
Talk to his mama.
His mom probably only 32.
No, didn't he 28 himself? Stop.
She was feeding them pork chops in the belly, baby.
Stop.
But how would you?
How is this any different
than Antonio Brown?
It's not different than Antonio Brown, but how is this any different? Nobody was lecturing Antonio Brown because they just attributed it to mental health and CTE, right? How is this any different than retiring in the middle of the game?
Oh, your boy in Buffalo did that.
Nobody jumped down his throat. You still quit. It was just in a different way. Like, how is that different? Just humor me.
Will more athletes and football players do that? Because LeBron, to me,
quit. Exactly.
And I really ain't got nothing against LeBron.
They literally
drafted his son.
They cut that dude left, right, up, and down in the media this week.
Oh yeah, Devondre
on Friday,
San Francisco 49ers.
They basically called that brother everything but a child of God, and I'm like, how is this any different from retiring? Had the dude said, I'm retiring now, then it would have been different. He should go ahead and retire, and he should have said that from the jump street, because then he wouldn't have got his throat jumped down.
So did he retire?
No, I don't think so. But he might as well, because he ain't getting another job. Because the NFL, unless you say I got CTE, or unless you say I have mental health issues,
but y'all still jumped down Anthony Richardson's throat.
Unless you say those words that I have mental health and I need to take time for myself right now, you get no sympathy in the NFL. But if you say those words, then everybody has to kind of I don't want to say bow down and kiss the ring, but essentially that's
Back
what
off.
it is. Yeah, they'll back off.
They ain't gonna back off. They still talking about you.
Yeah, they are, but they can't do it in the media because only a few people are going to still vilify you, but they're not going to vilify you if you say it's mental health. That's crazy to me.
816-654-6883 is the number. We still have voicemails. Let me ask you a question. Which team is having a more disappointing season so far?
It's the 49ers.
The Cowboys,
It's
5-8,
49ers.
Bengals 5-8, or 49ers 6-8?
It's the 49ers.
Why you say that?
Because even though they've had up and down years, they always make it to at least the divisional round. They ain't even making the playoffs this year. All that
They got a 1% chance.
They ain't making okay.
Keep hope alive,
all
big
that
fish. Keep hope alive. I mean,
all that
Michael Jackson.
after
That's
you look like Michael Jackson.
the nicest thing you ever said to me.
What's the word I'm looking for? Now you threw me off.
You threw your own dang on self off.
Oh man, stop. Who we talk about?
The 49ers not making the playoffs.
I done lost
Your words.
my train of thought. But the 49ers find themselves, no matter, like a couple years ago, even I think it was last year, they had 3 out of 4 game losing streak, and was still able to bounce back and make it to the playoffs. It's no surprise that this all happens where CMC's not there. Still don't think he's the MVP, but
Oh, that team, yeah.
I still don't think he's the MVP. I think that's the left tackle is the MVP of that team.
Trent Williams?
Yes. He's the MVP of that team. They wouldn't be half the team they are if he was gone. And
allegedly.
They know that. And that's the crazy part. That's why he bent them over a barrel and made them pay him. At 38 years old, 36 years old, who's paying a guy like that?
Up there?
What?
You're a sick individual.
What?
You sick freak.
I didn't throw no graphic anywhere.
Which team with a winning record?
What's your answer to that?
It's the Niners.
Oh, okay.
And the Bengals.
No.
But anyway, which team with a winning record as of right now surprises you? Broncos are 8-5.
Hold on, before you do that, the Bengals, to me, they always had that potential to go either way. Every year since the Super Bowl, but they brought old boy back, T. Higgins,
and he been hurt.
He was hurt the year before. It was stupid to do it, but then everybody got hurt. Everybody started getting hurt because I think Orlando Brown was hurting, and the defense after last year, you would think it wouldn't be as bad as it is this year. They are horrible this year. So.
All right, which team with a winning record as of right now surprises you the most? Broncos are 8-5, Commanders 8-5, or the Rams 8-6?
None of those teams.
They don't surprise you with a winning record? Commanders surprise me.
It don't take much to have a winning record. You just got to be above 500. The Broncos, Sean Payton's working the way he does. And am I surprised Bo Nix hitting the ground running? Yeah, but
he's struggling in the beginning, but he found this.
He got Cortland Sutton. He got receivers. He got good receivers.
Don't do that. Don't diminish him. Don't diminish him.
Don't diminish who?
Bo Nix.
Again, he got Cortland. He got a better situation. Yeah. I'm not gonna say better situation, Patrick Mahomes, but kind of does. Who is his receivers? Cortland Sutton, perennial Pro Bowler. Well, no, I don't want to say perennial. That's wrong.
There you go.
That's wrong. I was going to say
my answer is Commanders.
I was going to say Jerry Jeudy, but he's
in Cleveland.
Cooked them
with your boy.
Who
stole all the scrimps. Jameis Winston
cooked them.
I say the Commanders because I don't believe in Dan Quinn. And
why? It's the Commanders.
Don't do that.
What?
I can see your face.
I didn't do it.
And it's more uglier than ever now.
left hand.
I said don't do that.
The Commanders. I'm mad I can't play the song.
I really wish Xander hit you in the head with a chicken nugget from McDonald's, bro.
You don't like chicken nuggets.
That
Not
boy
from
loves chicken.
McDonald's. Not from
That
McDonald's.
boy loves chicken.
Not from McDonald's.
I say the Commanders for me. I just didn't think they would have a winning record this year.
I didn't think. Hold on, they got what, 5 losses?
Yes, they 8-5. They did like a
that's
4-game losing streak.
That's surprising because there's a possibility they could go 12-5 or 13-5. What is it?
12-5.
If they go 12-5, I'll be
I'll
be shocked. Yeah, if they go 12-5, I'll be shocked.
They're not.
So they're not. So
But
as of right now, yeah,
8-5.
it would technically be the Washington Commanders.
Because the Rams do what the Rams do.
Because
Look
left
ugly.
hand up.
Don't do that. Because the Rams is doing what they normally do. They win games, they lose
It's
games
an
that they
ugly
should win.
team.
And they've been like that for the last 7-8 years,
Yes.
to be honest.
Since the first Super Bowl. I don't want to say the first Super Bowl.
Yeah,
I don't
greatest Super Bowl of all time.
I don't know about the
Patriots
golf
and
Super Bowl.
Rams.
That's ancient history at this point. Golf, ever since golf left, yeah, that's been a very ugly team.
816-654-6883.
They've been like the guys that you play, pick up the basketball team, the old guys versus the young guys. It's fun. It's more fun to watch the young guys, but the old guys got fundamentals and they can figure out how to come back on you. That's basically what the Rams are, in my opinion.
Which double win team is the weakest? The Bills are 10-3. The Chiefs are 12-1. The Steelers are 10-3. The Eagles are 11-2. The Lions is 12-1. And the forgotten weakest team, in my opinion, the Vikings are 11-2.
I ain't forget about them.
I forgot about them.
I had a question. I don't know who's the weakest one.
I think
but
the Vikings.
I feel like I feel like they got a winning situation. I feel like the Lions, though.
It's the weakest one out the group.
I feel like they're riding high right now. And I'm not saying they have to, but most of the time in the NFL, what goes up has to come down. And
unless you're Ricky Williams.
If you keep your okay.
He's always high.
What is wrong with you, bro? If you keep your foot on the gas, how soon will it be before you run out of gas? And that's all I see.
They're already running out of gas, bro. The last 2 weeks.
That's my point.
But I don't think they're the weakest team. I think the Vikings are.
I don't.
I just don't believe in mono.
I can understand that.
And I
can understand that.
I just don't think their defense is that good.
I can understand that, but I don't know about weakest. Here's the thing.
Out them teams, I think they are.
Here's the thing. Don't nobody see them. Like, they so far under the radar. They
playing with house money.
Precisely. They sneaking up on teams. If we're gonna be honest about it, they just out here living their life. Nobody's talking about them,
and they winning games like they used to lose games.
It reminds me of 2019 Chiefs in that aspect, that nobody's talking about them because they just wasn't sexy. They just wasn't super sexy, and they wasn't blowing teams out like they used, like normal winning teams are. When you got the Lions in your own division, they making more noise than you are. Keep flying under the radar, but you better be willing to show people. Like Kendrick said, pop out and show them.
All right, Chiefs starting their 3 games in 11 days. Also, the Steelers, Ravens, and Texans supposed to have 3 games in 11 days as well.
Yes.
What are your thoughts?
It's stupid.
I think it's stupid as well.
This is a violent game.
That's almost like you saying the team gonna end, let's just say last week 14 on Monday night, then they're gonna start week 15 on Thursday night.
Yeah, that sucks. And it's the holidays, so they can't even
Happy holidays.
They can't even spend time with their family like they supposed to. Granted, it's the job. It is what it is. If we all had to work on holidays, you'd be there. but it still sucks.
Yeah.
Still sucks. I don't care about holidays. I give 2 craps about a holiday.
How you rich?
I don't care about them. No, I want to be. I don't want to say I want to be rich. I don't want. I'd rather not spend the money, but my wife's gonna spend it whether I'm here or whether I'm gone.
Yeah, you got
So
separate bank accounts.
what? Why would I have separate bank accounts? She got her money. Yes.
You got your money.
Like here's the thing. I don't want to call it allowance, but essentially it's an allowance. Anything past a certain number, we need to share. We need to talk about it. And it's like $20.
So can you give me $19.99 of it on Cash App of yours?
Bleep no.
Don't be like that.
Bleep no.
It's the giving season.
I can give you the bird. Because that's the
It's probably
word.
chicken.
Yeah.
Because you people love
I
chicken.
give you a coupon.
816-654-6.
It's Warren coupon. I've been using it over and over.
You say you got a coupon, show them in the window, and
I don't even show them. If they don't ask, I don't give. That's how it works. They know me by now, though. For real, it's true. It's true.
No comment.
It's unfortunate because I hate the place. I don't want to eat there anymore.
But I do think it's overkill to have 3 games in 11 days. But the NFL gonna do what the NFL wants to do.
It's gonna get worse.
Yeah, and
when they start doing like more overseas games,
it's supposed to go 8 next year.
Yeah, no, it's gonna get worse.
Before we go to the voicemail, which is 816-654-6883. Shout out to Tracy McGrady and Vince Carter. They got a little minor ownership in the Bills.
Are you gonna see how minor that is?
Huh?
How minor is that?
Maybe
is it less than 1%?
I don't know.
It's not even worth talking about.
No, I'm just saying.
I mean, I just want to know because normally NFL owners ain't willing to give up
80%.
Yeah, and I was wondering if the Hunt family gonna give Patrick Mahomes some of that after he retires, but they ain't doing it. I promise you that. That ain't happening, bro.
We already used it, bro.
Ain't happening.
All right, let's go to the voicemails. 816-654-6883.
What's going on, Mike and you? This is Sean. Start off by wishing everybody a happy Christmas season. So starting off, we'll hit this double win team. Which one's the weakest? My honest opinion for weeks and weeks was that the Steelers were a fake team. I thought they're 8-3 or 8-2 a couple weeks ago. I was like, they're going to lose the next 5 games, and they have really surprised me. So that would have been my answer. But I honestly think right now that the weakest team with more than 10 wins is probably the Vikings. They look really good, but they're 1 or 2 bad Sam Darnold plays away most games from losing. So I really think that they're going to go in the first round of the playoffs. That's all they got in their tank. As far as the most disappointing season so far, I got 100% say the Bengals. The Cowboys look terrible, as they always do. But once Dak goes down, you really lose a lot of versatility that team has. They started the season without Micah. So they had issues on defense early on. But the Bengals have got to be one of the worst defenses that I've seen in the last 10 years. They go up 44 points to the Steelers. It's just abysmal. Their offense is historically good, and their defense is historically bad. So that's a real disappointment because subpar defensive play by the Bengals has them in the playoffs, but they can't even make it that far. So it's a real sad one. As far as the most surprising team right now for me, it's got to be the Broncos. Man, Bo Nick's out here, and he's just looking like a champ. So it's really an interesting way to see the Broncos play. We haven't seen them be really good since Peyton Manning left. So it's really interesting to see the AFC a little bit more competitive. I really don't like this 3 games in 11 days, but it is what it is. I would say that if any team's going to power through it and come out the other side 3-0, and that span is going to be the Chiefs. So we'll just have to wait and see. But anyways, thank you, sir. Have a great day.
What up? This is Mr. New England Patriot himself.
Welcome back.
At this bullshit. You already know. We're just waiting our time to see if we're gonna pick up one of these Heisman candidates. Hopefully we can get Mr. Hunter or something like that.
It ain't gonna change nothing.
To try to boost our offense, but
Don't do that.
we had 20 years of greatness, so
Let's live in
I don't feel not one bit of bad about our team now, because I had 20 years to be like, yes. But to get to your question and everything,
never happen again.
I believe the Chiefs are the weakest
Of course you believe that.
double-digit team,
Of course.
but they're the weakest as far as because they haven't been putting anyone just scoring. Like their offense is stagnant. And basically their defense has been winning their games for them.
No doubt.
Or the football guys have just been letting the doinks go inside the upright. But maybe they'll get a bolt or whatever when supposedly Hollywood is coming back. But I believe the strongest is the Lions. That's who I believe is the strongest. I think the Lions just hitting on all cylinders right now. And if they continue the way they're going, that we will have an NFC Super Bowl champion. But that's who I like right now, as far as who I would bet on if I was a bet man. All right.
The Mike and you, this the R here. So, as you
We're
probably
back.
know, I no longer have X. I shut my X account down a few weeks ago. I just was done with it. So, which team right now to me is the most disappointing of the Cowboys, Bengals, and 49ers? I want to say it's Cincinnati. Because after going to the Super Bowl a couple years ago, then the championship, their defense has really let them down. San Francisco being 6-8, well, actually 5-8, not 6-8. So y'all might want to fix that. Their problem is they lost so many players to injuries. Ikua, their quarterback is mid. They lost Joey Bosa. They lost, George Kittle. They had a player in the middle of the third quarter last night game decided he was done playing for the night.
Why are you
He
looking
was
at it?
taking
It say
PTO
5-8.
and just walked off the field in the middle of the third quarter. Now he's about to get cut. I've never seen that happen in all my life, except for Antonio Brown when he decided to go AWOL against the Jets when he played for Tampa Bay and just took all of his clothes off and said, "To hell with it. I'm out of here. Y'all deal with this mess. I'm out." Other than that, my second form right now, which team is really surprising of the 8-5 teams between between the Broncos, Rams, and Commanders? I want to say the Commanders because they've been bad for a while. Right now, if the Commanders win on Sunday, this is the first time they'll have a winning record since 2017. And, with them to do it with Jalen Daniels at the helm, being a rookie from LSU, I'm pretty impressed.
LSU player.
I came away impressed when me and Ashanti went to the game in D.C. I came impressed with him. Even though our defense is better, we had to do the win, but I'm impressed with him. So, Broncos, they're okay. They're in a weak AFC West. And the Rams, they're in a weak NFC West. So as far as the double win teams you mentioned about the Bills, Chiefs, Steelers, Eagles, Lions, and the Vikings, I don't really see there's no weakness on most of these teams. Everybody's got to play the schedule that they've been handed to. The Steelers, the Chiefs, the Texans, and the Ravens all play 3 games in 11 days. So it's going to be a tough thing. So whoever's not injured, who has the least amount of injuries, got to and come to play. Is what's going to happen in those 3 games in 11 days. So we're going to see how it goes. We play the Eagles on Sunday. Chiefs play the Browns. That's a bye week for them. The Browns are a dumpster fire, and the Texans. I forgot who they play, but this is when the stuff starts to rolling. So, all right, I got cut off. I was almost done. But as far as the weakest teams, I don't really see a weakness in the 6 teams you mentioned: the Bills, Chiefs, Steelers, Eagles, Lions, and the Vikings. If I had to pick one, I would say maybe the Vikings because their quarterback situation is up and down. Their wide receiver core has been phenomenal with Jordan Addison and Justin Jefferson going to get his, but teams have been trying to shut him down. You know, the Lions have been having a lot of problems on defense with injuries, but they're still finding ways to win games. Because I thought they were going to have a bunch of issues when Hutchinson went down, but they stepped up. They got a lot of players picked up off of Walmart's parking lot to help them out, and they've been doing well. We'll go to the Eagles. My only issue with them is their passing game right now is struggling with your boy Hurts, but the run game is phenomenal with your boy Saquon Barkley. So we're gonna have our hands full with him on Sunday. The Chiefs, they've been having issues with their line, but they've been swapping them in and out. So hopefully Patrick Mahomes is able to stay upright. They're getting their wide receivers back. They've had a plethora of injuries there with that. So and the Bills, they've been having injuries with their wide receivers. That's why they picked up your boy Cooper from where he was at Cleveland, where he didn't want to be in Cleveland. That's whatever. So, and then the Steelers, we've been having our issues with our offensive line with injuries. Now we got a couple defensive players down. George Pickens is not going to play Sunday. So, we got to just do what we're going to do to make things happen. It should be a good game between the Steelers and the Eagles. So, we're going to just take one day at a time. This is R. I'm out. Peace, fellas.
Big Fish Niner Nation, Big Fish Niner Nation. Got a cold this morning. I don't know what the weather did to your boy, but I got the little froggy frog going. So bear with me. I just got one take and one take only. I'm talking about the Niners. I don't know if anybody notices. The Niners are gradually going down. The Niners need a rebuild. The Niners need a revamp. The Niners need a recharge. Morale is down on that team. I knew the team would struggle to win 8 games this year. Like I keep saying that the window of opportunity has shut on the Niners. You got Campbell walking off the field. You just got some behaviors, some patterns now that's being displayed that the team never had before. Normally that happens when defeat has set in, hope is gone, and players have lost faith in each other. Players have lost faith in their coach. Players have lost faith in themselves. Players have lost faith in their quarterback. And overall, players have lost faith in the organization as a whole. So that's what I see going on with the Niners. If they don't get the necessary pieces, if they don't get rid of the necessary guys that been kind of hanging around, and that goes for everybody, the coaching staff, the players, they don't do something fast, they gonna have probably the next 4 or 5 years of chaos on an organization that has always been one of the top organizations in the industry. So every team has a season. Some teams have a season for a long stretch. Some teams take them a long time to find their knack and find their purpose. You look at the Detroit Lions. I know I talk a lot about the 50-year stretch that the Chiefs had, but the Chiefs finally figured it out. Now they clicking, and they're gonna be clicking for a while. The Lions are clicking now, finally longer than a 50-year stretch. So every team has a season, and when it's your season, when it is your season, you had better take full advantage of your season because when that season switches, it could be a long time before you have success. Steelers, consistent ball club. They're also on that list of top ran organizations. So you see their back, or the R should be jumping around, have a lot of knots on his head from jumping, hitting the ceiling. So the Steelers are rolling. So yeah, but I just had one take for my Niners and finishing my take. That's how I view the team as a whole. Individually, there's some self accountability that has to take place on that team. Starting from the top, John Lynch has got to do a better job as GM. Got to do a better job. I don't know the complete role of a GM, but it's looking like Kyle Shanahan is John Lynch's boss instead of the other way around. Because he's been allowed to
No
do
doubt.
some things, and he's been allowed to display some 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 leadership responsibility that I don't think he can handle. So if John Lynch ain't careful, he's gonna mess around and be out. Because that team's not playing any games. Team with a reputation as solid as the 49ers over the duration of that team over history. So I think Lynch has a role to play in the failures of the Niners. Cal Scammer Hand, he definitely has some major accountability. Am I a fan of his? Absolutely not. But on the other side, I'm not sure who's available that can replace Cal Scammer Hand. I
That's
don't
my
know if
thing
we
right
can get
there.
a coach from college. I don't know if we can get I don't know who's available. I know Belichick ain't available. Belichick went to North Carolina. Uh, Mark Vrabel, I'm not a fan of his. I don't know if he could do better than Cal or not. But I know one thing, Cal Scamahan is not the guy. He simply is not the guy. He has had a lot of opportunities. He has had a lot of good players. He's been in a lot of great positions, and yet he has failed to get the job done. However, if Cal doesn't get his act together, or the Niners need to figure out what they're going to do with him, he is going to gradually bring that thing down to a demise. I don't think Kyle Scamahan can win a Super Bowl with the Niners. I don't think Kyle Scamahan can win a Super Bowl with no team. I don't
Mm,
think Kyle Scamahan is going to ever see a Super Bowl in his entire coaching career.
mm.
I don't think he is. So he's to blame. Uh, Debo Samuel,
Got to
he
go.
goes on a podcast. He vents. He says stuff. I need the ball more. I need more touches. And then they give him the touches, and he drops the ball. Drops. Lack of production. Either he's dropping balls or either he's hurt. Debo, they should have let Debo go. I know this may shock some of y'all, and I'm not saying
You're
let
right.
him go because of his lack of productivity. He's just having an off season this year. Yeah, Debo Samuels is becoming a huge problem within himself, what he's doing off the field, what he's saying about his team. He's arguing with players. He has a lack of productivity. It's just Debo is becoming a problem all around. The guy is unraveling, you know. And so you look at that type of stuff. McCaffrey is going through a midlife crisis. His morale is down because he's hurt, then he's back, then he's hurt, then he's back. And McCaffrey kind of always had a hurt type of career. Never as much as he's been with the Niners. He's
Yeah.
been hurt quite a bit with the Carolina Panthers too. So it's just all around a bunch of stuff going on. The Niners definitely are showing signs of unraveling, which will set them back at least another 5 years if they go into a rebuild. And the player I feel sorry for the most on that team is George Kittle. there is any person on that team that deserves to win, it's George Kittle. That guy there deserves to win. Not just regular season games, not just NFC championship games. George Kittle deserves a Super Bowl. George Kittle deserves a Super Bowl. So that's my take on the Niners. They in trouble. It's trouble in the camp. If it's not handled properly, this season's already a wash. So if they want to get back in there in the next 2, maybe 3 seasons, because they're going to be set back after this season. There will be no bounce back quick from this season here. So, they ain't had a season this bad since Mike Singletary was their coach.
Can't do it.
Since Mike Singletary. This the worst the Niners have looked since Mike Singletary. You see how quick they fired him. So, we'll see what happens. Big Fish Niner Nation out.
Can't win with them. Can't do it.
What's up, guys? This is audience of one more Horton calling in my take this week. I'm going to pick a couple games here, starting with the Chiefs versus the Browns. I'm going to go with the Chiefs. Bengals versus Titans. I'm going to go with the Titans. Commanders versus Saints. I'm rolling with the left hand up. Who are we? The Commanders.
I hate both of you
Ravens
guys.
versus Giants. I'm going to go with the Ravens. Cowboys versus Panthers. I'm going with the Panthers. I think the Panthers can pull the upset this week. Jaguars versus Jets. I'm gonna go with the Jets, even though I have no reason to. Colts versus Broncos. I'm gonna go Broncos in that game. Bills versus Lions. I think the Bills are gonna go in there and pull the upset. I think it's gonna be a close, competitive game, but I think the Bills are gonna figure something out and win that game. Eagles versus Steelers. I'm gonna go with my Eagles. Sorry, R, but I'm gonna roll with my squad. Obviously, Patriots versus Cardinals. I'm gonna go with the Cardinals. Chargers versus Bucks. I think the Chargers are going to win that one. Steelers versus Packers. I'm going Packers to win that game. Vikings versus Bears. I'm going to go with the Vikings. And Ravens versus Falcons. I'm going to go with the Falcons. Thanks, guys, for letting me call. I appreciate it. Take it easy. What's up, guys? I guess I'm getting a sumo package in. This audience of one more Warden calling in various topics that were brought to me. Which team is the most disappointing this year? Cowboys at 5-8, Bengals at 5-8, or 49ers at 6-8. I'm going to go with the 49ers. I think anybody who knows football knows that the Cowboys team wasn't going to work out. They didn't really do anything in the offseason. They lost, 9 starters. Didn't really replenish those starters, and didn't draft well. And then waited the last minute to pay their premier players. And the Bengals just doesn't have a defense. So the 49ers had all the talent. They had all the aspirations going into it. Even though they had some contract issues as well. But it's coming off that Super Bowl, you thought they would at least have somewhat of a better season. And they're just not putting it together. Which team with a winning record right now surprises you? Broncos, Commanders, or Rams? I'm going to go with the Commanders. I think I knew that they would have a solid team. Dan Quinn is a good coach. I think people, gave him a bad rap for what happened with the Falcons. But I think, what happened with the Falcons is that they wasn't ready or prepared to move on from Matt Ryan. But he's a good coach. And I just didn't think they would have nobody really to throw the ball to outside of Terry McLaurin. And I thought that defense might be suspect. So I'm surprised by them. Which double-digit team is the weakest between the Bills, Lions, Chiefs, Steelers, Eagles, and Vikings? I'm going to go with the Vikings. They have an 11-2 team. They got a pretty good team, but I just think that when it comes down to Sam Darnold, I just think that at some point he's going to go back to being Sam Darnold. He has games and flashes where, the Sam Darnold in him, will come out. And will that defense be able to sustain that once he gets there? He hasn't had, really any playoff experience or success. So we don't know what he would look like in a high pressure situation as of yet. And also their defense can be ran on, even though they have a really good defense. It can be ran on. So just looking forward to that or whatever on those teams. I'm gonna call and get one more take in, and then my sumo package will be over. What's up, guys? This is Audience of One More Horton Colony. Finishing up my super sumo package. What I think about the Chiefs and also the Ravens and also the Steelers and also the Texans having to play 3 games in 11 days. I think it's egregious. I don't think that the teams really care about player safety. Them having to play Sunday, then Saturday, then 5 days later on a Wednesday. I just think that it's just asinine. I don't think it's just the NBA, the NFL being greedy, trying to take Christmas from the NBA. They don't have to do that. They're still teams, but they want to do it anyway. So I just don't like it. And also something else that I want to get off my chest that grinds my gears is them having 2 Monday night football games with Vikings and Bears and Raiders and Falcons. Like, who asked for that? Like, especially this late in the season. If you're gonna, I have no problem with it if you're gonna do away with the Thursday night game. I just don't think the Thursday night games are good when teams are coming off a short rest. As we saw with the Lions and the Packers, they had a week off between Thanksgiving and that following Thursday. Most teams did, and it was an exceptional game. And I just think that if you're gonna do 2 Monday night games, do away with the Thursday night game or whatever the case may be. Like I tell you all the time, you're throwing too many big words at me, and because I don't understand them, I'm gonna take them in disrespect. That's how I feel about the Monday night games. Like, why do that? It just doesn't make any sense to have 2 Monday night games and then Thursday night and so on and so forth. That's just my take on it. I just appreciate you guys letting me call and listen to me yapper and babble around. Listen to the show. Thank you guys for opening this platform so much for us to get our takes off. Appreciate it, guys. Take it easy.
Thanks for calling. Who y'all call? Sean. Big Fish.
Been that long, you don't even know what happened?
The Aura. Mo Horton. You blocked anyway now. Don't call next week. You're gonna be blocked.
The Commanders.
I'm about to block you.
Commander.
Just gonna have a silhouette of you over there.
Oh, snap. Always good time.
But,
Always.
But he did make a great point, and I meant to mention it earlier about player safety, about these games. How they preach about safety, but then you turn around and do something like this.
It's just a normal company situation. Like my union going through it with my company right now. Unions suck. The unions suck. They're no longer what they used to be. And the NFLPA, the NFL players got to start getting on the NFLPA about getting better, period. Just like my job you know what? Y'all trying to get me talking politics on here. You got me talking politics.
I ain't got you. You just went off the deep end.
No, I'm just saying. It's annoying.
All right, let's get to these picks. Thursday night, the Rams beat the Niners in a field goal fest.
Ugly game. I was working, but I always pay attention, and it's like I almost forgot the game was on because it was so slow.
At halftime, I just kind of, you already know.
You left the game just like what's his face did.
Devondre, call me the Mike Dre.
Shut up.
But I woke up to
wrong with you?
I woke up to like a million text messages from you and Mo Horton. Y'all knew I was asleep.
I was dang near sleeping. What you mean?
But the good thing about it is all my text messages is on silent, so I don't hear nothing. But anyway, Kansas City Chiefs at the Cleveland Browns. Cleveland can actually win this game.
Of course they can. And I hate it. I hate the idea that they can actually win this game. If the Chiefs come in there not focused,
Jameis can hit them.
Jameis is the
500.
one. Jameis is the one that will do. not 500. Jameis is the one that'll do it. I promise you, Jameis will be the one.
Hey, in that post game press conference, I'm going to look at.
I don't like Jameis's post game press conferences. They're stupid.
You don't like nothing about Jameis. That's why I send it
know
to you all the time when I see it.
I know y'all love him. He's the flavor of this year, but bro, no. I'd rather him. Yeah, no. Yeah, the Chiefs could lose to them, but if they ain't focused,
Chiefs
if they don't
run the ball more,
if they don't come in this game focused, yes. Last game they didn't run the ball. I got a question, real quick, and I want to know if you noticed this. I feel like Andy Reid trusts Kareem
More than
almost
Pacheco.
the same as he used to trust Deuce Staley and
Brian Westbrook.
Brian Westbrook is the guy I'm really thinking about. I don't want to say he doesn't trust Pacheco, but I feel like as soon as Kareem got back, he was running the ball more, uncharacteristically more. And now
he
that
still has it.
he don't still have it though. He's averaging like what 3 yards a carry. He don't have it anymore.
He has it.
No, he doesn't.
He does.
He doesn't. You do it.
That's my guy. Kareem Hunt's my guy. That's my
He
guy.
does. You looked at him. You looked at me like you was defending somebody's daddy or something. I'm like, oh, don't talk about my dad.
Kansas City. I got the Chiefs, but
I got the Chiefs, but I do think the Chiefs got one more loss in them this season.
Steelers.
Oh heck no! That's gonna be on Christmas Day. I just don't want it to be this game. It could be the Steelers. I don't want it to be this game. So the Chiefs got another loss in them. So,
Netflix better get their stuff together.
Actually, they might have 2 losses in them. I ain't even watching on Netflix since I'm in the market. I'm just watching on regular TV.
But still, Netflix is still the one that's with the cameras.
But they sound like the production's gonna be nice because they hired everybody. Mina Kimes, Nate Burleson. They hired a bunch of people for one game.
I'm just saying, just because you hire
it's like
a personality doesn't mean
they mesh well. I agree with that. But I'm still interested to see how
they hired some good commentators for the Jake Paul and Tyson fight, but
the Jake Paul Tyson fight sucked. So there's only so much lipstick you could put on that pig.
No, but who put lipstick on pig?
That's the thing. That's the saying. It's like putting lipstick on
Americans
a pig. There's only so much lipstick you putting on that pig.
Cincinnati Bengals at the Tennessee Titans.
It sucks fest. I got the Bengals too.
Washington Commanders at the New Orleans Saints. I got the Commanders. They're gonna win 2 in a row again.
I'm stuck on this one. I think I think New Orleans can beat this one. Beat them.
They can, but
I think they're gonna take this one.
I got Washington. Baltimore Ravens at the New York Football Giants. Ravens, you got to win this.
This is like Tommy DeVito. Come on, bro.
Oh, right quick. Why is the running back? It's not in MVP talks no more.
They got 5 losses.
But
they got 5 losses.
But the numbers don't matter no more?
They do, but also there's a narrative. You ain't winning, so why would you could have 5,000 yards, but if you're in a losing season, you basically Jameis Winston, Mr. 30 for 30. Come on now. Just because you threw 30 touchdowns doesn't mean you deserve MVP talks.
No.
30 for 30.
Put this 30
there was
Jameis.
Okay. Before the 17th and 18th game, there was only 5 quarterbacks in the NFL that threw for 5,000 yards. Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, Drew Brees, and guess who else? Or not even 5. And I think
Peyton
Manning, and then Jameis Winston. Why didn't he win it that year? I already know why he didn't. Somebody was absolutely better than him, but he wasn't in MVP talks then.
Don't do that.
Just saying.
Jameis Winston's
throwing it out there. Stop it. Stop it.
Now you
would go to his church, wouldn't you? Yes. You would absolutely.
I'd be like, forget praise and worship. I just want to hear the word. I just want to hear the word. I don't need praise and worship no more. I just need the word. This is a real doo-doo game. This is a doo-doo fest. The Dallas Cowboys at the Carolina Panthers. On my money pick, I picked Dallas, but I think Carolina's going to win.
Carolina,
They've been playing some good ball as of lately.
Bryce is different now, and I don't know.
He got benched, but didn't get benched because Andy Dalton had that car wreck, and he been balling out since.
He brought it to the Chiefs, and I saw a completely different kid against the Chiefs, and ever since I've been watching him, and I'm like, oh, it's something different about him now.
Your boy,
he grew up.
What's the coach's name? Castanado, something.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Their coach name, Casta.
I forgot his name. The
Something
former
like
coach
that.
of the former offensive coordinator for the Bucks. You done threw me off. Okay.
Blame me.
Come on now.
Blame.
I see his face. Oh, a young dude, offensive coordinator for the Tampa Bay Bucks last year. Doesn't matter. We keep you looking it up, ain't you?
Oh. Dave Canales, baby.
Canales. You threw me off with Castellano.
New York Jets at the Jacksonville Jaguars.
I hope Jacksonville wins.
They won't. They got McCorkle.
No, don't you start.
They got McCorkle bum ass.
Don't you start.
I got the Jets.
I got the Jags.
Miami Dolphins, who finally got a surge, is at the Houston Texans.
This might stop their surge, but Houston don't look as convincing as we thought they would at this point of the year. But I'm still picking Houston.
I got Houston as well.
This could be. Hold on. Houston's number one in the South, ain't they?
See,
so this is not for. I don't think this is for a playoff spot, but this could still knock the Miami Dolphins out of their playoff spot because they're in the hunt right now. So
now this next game is going to be a good game. Unfortunately, Indianapolis Colts at the Denver Broncos. Yeah, Indianapolis play good ball.
They do play good ball. I don't know if it's.
And I would like to see Bo Nix them. I think it's going to be a good game. I like to see Bo Nix in that offense go against that defense. I think the Colts still got a decent defense to rattle up Bo Nix. So I think this is going to be a good game.
We'll see.
Buffalo Bills. Who you got? I got Denver.
Oh, Indianapolis. I got Denver. Pains me to say it.
Stop that.
Pains me.
Buffalo Bills at the Detroit Lions.
I want Buffalo to win. No, I want
Detroit to win.
I don't want either of these teams to win.
So you want a tie?
I would love that. But I'm not shooting for it. I'm gonna pick Detroit.
I picked Detroit, but Buffalo could win this game.
Absolutely.
Pittsburgh Steelers.
Hold on. Are the Detroit Lions good that you would pick them, that you could pick them, or do you think Buffalo's that good? I guess that's the question I have.
I think the way I should have picked, I picked Detroit because I was at home, basically. But I should have picked Buffalo because Detroit been struggling the last couple of games. They start off fast, then they just and it's just the first quarter they start off fast, then they just dwindle and
you said struggling, and you said that earlier, and I wanted to make note of it. But is it struggling? They're still scoring a bunch of points.
23 is not a point.
It is.
Not
you
for
literally
that
just
not that team,
but you literally just watched
12-6.
Come on now.
No, but what I'm saying is for that team, Detroit, they scored 23 points and struggled doing it when you score like 14.
Was playing a good team.
I'm just saying.
It's not like they was playing.
But they've been like that even on Thanksgiving week. They struggle.
It's just tough. Sometimes it's just tough.
I think
that was because of Jared Goff throwing 5 picks. I think that was the same game.
No, that's a week, like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, but they finding ways to win. It's worth but what they're doing. Is just I feel like
Detroit now. I feel like I'm regretting because I think Buffalo could win.
Talk yourself out of it, huh?
Yeah, I just did.
I'm hoping that
when I'm doing the money shit, I really don't be thinking. I was like, yeah.
I'm hoping that the Detroit Lions can get it so we can distance ourselves and get that number 1 seed. That's what I'm looking for.
And I hate that this next game is the same time frame.
Yep.
Pittsburgh Steelers, the Auras team versus Mo Horton's Philadelphia.
What happened to back in the day when we was having bets on the show and everything like that? What happened?
I don't think
happened.
I don't think the Aura paid up on that bet.
What? I don't think so either.
That was like what 5, 6, 7 years ago.
That was a while ago.
Yeah, we used to have bets on the show.
That's nice. Good times.
I miss Hut Cheese calling.
Oh, where he at?
Selling nuts. That's what he do for a living. He a big boss salesman somewhere.
The mayor of Junction City.
Yeah, he's still in Kansas City though. New England Patriots at the Arizona Cardinals. They both losers. Do I gotta pick? I got Arizona.
So you telling me
I got
Kyler Murray too?
You already knew that. I got Arizona though.
New England, let's go. Anyway, we keep it
trolling.
moving.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Los Angeles Chargers. This is a good game. I want the Chargers.
I want the Tampa Bay Bucks. Show who you are.
Yes, I
Show
want the
them
Chargers
who
to
you are.
win.
I mean, if the Chiefs can't take care of business, they ain't nothing, no problems. I ain't got no problems. I am here for Denver and the Chargers to fight it out amongst themselves. I'm okay with it because it's not like they don't have the division, so they don't have a spot. They both are. We didn't think that we didn't think we would have 3 teams possibly in the playoffs in the AFC West. What's up?
Dar, you said the AFC West is trash. Not this year. It's the AFC North. Y'all got the Bengals losing. Y'all got the Browns losing.
There's no coincidence that the Steelers are number 1 in that division.
So AFC West got 3 teams above 500, brother. So this year,
3 teams that'll possibly make the playoffs.
So they have a better division this year than the AFC North.
Yep.
Sunday night.
Go ahead. I got Jameis Winston in the division, but we move on. See, you the one do this to me. I didn't come in here to bash Jameis Winston.
I didn't say nothing.
You did this to me.
I didn't bash Jameis.
I wasn't here to hate on Jameis Winston, and you just brought that out of me.
I didn't do nothing. I said Sunday night game, and you saw bashing just Jameis. I'm about to say the Green Bay Steelers, the Green Bay Packers at the Seattle Seahawks.
I got
Sunday night game. I got Green
Bay. I mean, I think there's a chance Seattle could win it, but it's going to take more than just what they've been throwing out there on the field recently.
And there's 2 Monday night games: the Chicago Bears at the Minnesota Vikings.
This better not be a game Minnesota loses. You do all this waxing poetic, and
it is a division game.
Yeah, it is. But and Kyler Murray, not Kyler Murray,
Caleb Williams,
the other guy you can't stand. He hasn't been far off of a loss, so it's almost due season.
But who you got?
Minnesota.
I got Minnesota as well. And the last game of the week,
in week 15,
Atlanta Falcons at the Las Vegas Raiders. Believe it or not, I got the Raiders.
For real?
Yes. See, that's just in Spanish. I got Raiders.
Atlanta. I don't think I truly believe
Vegas struggling, bro.
I agree, but I truly believe that Vegas is now playing for Shador or whomever.
So
maybe even Travis. Maybe even Travis.
Who would you take if you had no one?
Travis. Sorry, I that dude's amazing.
Honestly, I got the Raiders.
And he want to play both ways. I don't think that's going to be possible.
In the NFL, it's not.
But we could try it.
Maybe certain plays.
And the team that would try it should be the Raiders. You already got Brock. You bring this guy in, and then maybe draft somebody in the.
You still can trade.
Draft a quarterback.
All that stuff.
Don't trade. Keep your draft. This is a way to build from the bottom and work your way up, i.e., what the just did.
So you don't think they should trade anything?
You in prime position, in my opinion, but I don't know what Tom Telesco's going to do. And he's the wild card to me. But if you notice with the Chargers, he kind of did the same thing. He kept throwing veterans at the defense, but he built an offense. Because Keenan Allen was drafted, Mike Williams was drafted. There's one more guy. Herbert was drafted. All those guys, and Herbert wasn't even supposed to play. He just was so good that they put him in there. So they're going to build it from the bottom.
The doctor was so good on Tyrod Taylor that Herbert had to play.
I hate you sometimes.
Oh, I speak facts, baby.
I hate you sometimes.
Until next time, be safe, be easy, and remember, fat meat is greasy.
Deuces.